Yes, guys, big up the chat, big up everyone. Hope you're all doing well on this boiling hot Tuesday afternoon. Big up, guys. Yeah, you got a bit to talk about. This ISAK news as it's hitting again. You know, after yesterday and everyone down and depressed, there everyone's hyper and excited. What 24 hours in football can do to a person, but yeah, it looks like Alexander Isak will. I still think will become a Liverpool player, man. I think he'll still become a Liverpool player. Um, but we've got news on it, and we're going to talk about it today as well. So big up the chat. I hope everyone is doing well. Make sure you're hitting the likes and subscribe as soon as you come in. I know I'm going live usually a little earlier than I usually do, so big up for everyone being here. I know you usually used to me being live a little bit later in the day, but you know it's right. Hang on, why is my thing not working? All right, 1 second, guys. Why am I lagging? It's not my internet. Hang on, let me just do something a minute, guys. I don't know why I'm lagging. Let me just do something. 1 second. Hang on, Gabby, come back. Hopefully that stops the lagging now. Let's have a look. Lagging stopped. There you go. I just had to turn Sate off. I was playing in Sate in the background and it was lagging. So yeah. All good now? Let me know in the chat. I'm looking back on YouTube now. It looks like the lagging stopped. Yeah, lagging stopped now. All good, yeah? Let me know on your end, guys. I need to know on your end to make sure that the lagging has stopped. Let me know in the chat. Some lag on your end. Let me have a look on my end, man. I'm all right. I'm not lagging on my end now. Lagging stopped, yeah? All good now. There you go. Yeah, I had... it's because I had my VPN on. When you got your VPNs on for some reason, it slows your internet down, so you get a bit of lagging sometimes. So I've just turned that off for the time being. So yeah, it should be all good. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. Yeah, appreciate it, guys, man. Audio's crackling. It's because I've got my fan on. So everything's going to shit today. I had my fan on. Let me know if that's better now. Colin. Let me know if the volume, the audio is better now. I did have my fan on. There you go. All good? Good here, yeah? I'm going to have to turn my fan on, guys. Let me know. Because it's too hot, man. My room is a absolute furnace. It might be my fan. I'll turn my fan down a little bit. I'm going to need it on, man, or I'm going to sweat. I'm going to be a puddle at the end of this, man. It ain't the vibrator. It was the razor yesterday, guys. The razor. Yeah, the gold razor, man. Yeah, that's what it was. Audio's fine, Jamie. Big up, guys. I've got to have my fan on, though. I do apologise if it makes a noise. I'm just going to sweat buckets, otherwise it's so hot in this room. Big up Scraps, who says here, Liverpool will bid again for Isak as always planned since July if/when Newcastle open doors to his exit. No changes. So, this no exit shit that they talk about, yeah? This no exit shit that they love talking about. No, there is a crackle, ain't there? I've just noticed there is a crackle on my audio. Let me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to mute myself and then put my mic back in. One second. Is that better? Can everyone hear me okay? Hang on. There you go. That should be better. Is that okay, guys? Let me know in the chat. 1 2 1 2 1 2. It's been a shit start to the show. I do apologise. Yeah, let me know if the audio is better, man. Let me know if that's any better. Can you hear me? Yeah, that sounds better now. That sounds better. Let's go. Yeah, all good. Yeah, all good. There you go. Big up Double A in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you're hitting a like. Told you guys at the start of May before ISAK news broke in the media exactly how it would play out. Newcastle agreed to sell behind the scenes, but we'll play media PR to make ISAK look bad and then good. Yeah, I hear it, man. ISAK is coming. Ignore the media noise. Yeah, much better. Yeah. All right. Sweet. Yeah, it's fine. Good. Audio's good. Right, we're rocking and rolling now. We're rocking and rolling. People are coming into the chat as well. I do apologise for the opening 5 minutes there. Yeah. I have my VPN on, which stops the fucking internet working properly. I have my fan on, which fucking up my microphone. I'm going to have to just sweat to death now, look shiny, and so the audio's good. But this ISAK stuff, man. This ISAK stuff. It's getting a little bit crazy. It's getting a little bit crazy now. The news coming out today, this morning. If you ask me, ISAK and Newcastle are finished. Obviously, 24 hours ago, the news was a little bit different surrounding Alexander ISAK, which we'll explore in a minute. I'm just going to get some information up about yesterday. Let me see if I can get that up now. Pause. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look, ski, shall we? It's been all going on this morning, man. We're going to talk about the centre back situation as well. So obviously, Lee Ryder for the Chronicle put out yesterday, what must follow is a heftier bid from Liverpool. There has been talk of 115 million, but others on the agent circuit have suggested that 130 million plus add-ons may yet get for a breakthrough. Either way, Alexander ISAK has been handed an ultimatum. No serious offer, no transfer. Liverpool's position, this is all yesterday, this is all 24 hours ago by the journos. Liverpool's position on Alexander ISAK remains the same. There has been no further bid, approach or significant interaction yet following a rejected 110 million bid. Liverpool respect Newcastle's position, and the nature of the rejection means Liverpool are still waiting for encouragement. Liverpool viewed the situation similar to Anthony Gordon last summer. Understand Newcastle had indicated a willingness to engage on ISAK, so Liverpool made their bid. It was made with optimism, which is why it was strong and quick rejection came as a surprise. Yeah, so 24 hours ago, basically, the chat was that ISAK, was going to give an ultimatum by Newcastle. You're not going to be sold. You're going to have to play here. Liverpool aren't coming back in for you. That was the talk just over 24 hours ago. A lot has changed since then, as we can look now. So what has changed since then? Alexander ISAK is determined to leave Newcastle United and join Liverpool this summer. BBC Sport have been told by several sources that it is the Sweden striker's ambition to join the Premier League champions before deadline closes on September the 1st. That was brought by Sammy Mockbell from BBC. Alex Crook as well has said, my sources at Anfield have said it's pretty clear that they won't go as high as the £150 million bid. In fact, they think the first offer they put in is a reasonable and was close to the number that Newcastle have indicated privately. They may be willing to accept 110 million plus add-ons. We don't know what those add-ons were, but I think it would take a British record fee. Have you noticed that the transfer fee's coming down now, guys? Does anyone notice that we're coming down from that 150 million? It's not going to be 150 million, guys. There's no way in hell it's going to be 150 million. Liverpool still active on ISAK. Newcastle want clarity this week, with ownership now involved in several ISAK-specific meetings. Liverpool are prepared to bid at least 120 million if offered encouragement. Now, this is a massive one. We've gone from 24 hours ago that he's not for sale. ISAK's going to give me an ultimatum. He's going to have to stay at Liverpool, stay at Newcastle, blah, blah, blah. Now, the ultimatum seems to be now, 24 hours later, Liverpool still active on ISAK. Newcastle want clarity this week. Newcastle want clarity this week, with ownership now involved in several ISAK-specific meetings. Liverpool prepared to bid at least 120 million. So, what that tells me is that ISAK today, as we know, the David Ornstein bomber this morning, which I'll get to in a sec. Let me just find that out. Where is it? Where's David Ornstein's bomber that was caught everyone this morning? Let me find it if I can. Where is he? Where is David? Why have I got... For some reason, I can't find it. 1 second, guys. David Ornstein. David Ornstein claims that even if Newcastle window closes without him leaving, Alexander Isak views his Newcastle career as over and has no wish to reignite anything with the football club. Here it is, David Ornstein this morning, at 7:30 this morning, everyone waking up to this news. Alexander Isak is adamant he will not play for Newcastle again. Even if the window closes without an exit, the 25-year-old views his Newcastle career as over. No wish to reignite with the club. Not safe. Club says not for sale, but exploring the market aimed Liverpool's interest and striker wants. So there you can basically see what David Ornstein is saying now. He's telling the world that with the reports that we've just read as well, Newcastle owners have had meetings with Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak and his agent have told Newcastle, I don't want to play for you anymore. If you don't sell me this summer, I'm not going to still play for you. I don't want to put on the black and white jersey no more. I'm done. I want to leave. The club has said he's not for sale, but at the same time, in the same sentence, but the club will explore the market aimed Liverpool's interest. So if you go by that, basically, if Liverpool give Newcastle 130 million, they'll sell Isak, in my opinion. I think all Liverpool have to do is literally bid 130 million. They probably get Alexander Isak. Liverpool are never going to bid 150 million for Alexander Isak. I don't think anyone's going to bid £150 million for Alexander Isak. That's not saying he's not a quality player. It's just I think it'll be the third highest transfer of all time, or the fourth highest transfer of all time. So I just don't see that happening. But I see a British record, a proper British record that will be broke for Alexander Isak. So there's other news coming out today as well, which is very interesting on the Isak front. Let me just find that. I did bookmark all these, so let me just find these again. Let me just... Sorry, guys. I just don't know where I put it. Let me... Wherever I bloody found it is somewhere. Fabrizio Romano is basically quoting everything and saying Liverpool will bid again for Isak, in his opinion. So David Ornstein also confirmed today that Isak informed Newcastle last summer. This is a big one. David Ornstein also said today that Isak informed Newcastle last summer that it would be his final season at the football club. He then repeated that 2 weeks before the campaign ended, that was his last game. So last summer, Isak and his representation went to Newcastle and said, this will be our last year at the football club. We're looking to move on next year. And then in May, not even that long ago, In May, at the end of the season, ISAK yet again told Newcastle, I want to leave the football club. So Newcastle are making everyone else look mugs, in my opinion. Now, do I think what ISAK doing is the way he's acting right now, professionally, is great? No. You know, if that was a Liverpool player doing what ISAK was doing right now, we'd all be fuming, wouldn't we? We'd all be absolutely fuming about it. So I'm not sitting here commending ISAK for his actions. No way in hell am I doing that, because we'd all be pissed off if that was ISAK, if that was our player doing it. But he probably feels like he's got a right. If Alexander ISAK actually informed Newcastle last summer that this would be his last season, and if he in fact informed Newcastle in the May at the end of the season that this was his last season, and Newcastle have not acted upon it, I don't see the issue here. I don't think Liverpool have done anything wrong at all. Has ISAK done anything wrong? Maybe he's acting a bit of a sport brat, you could say. You know, I don't really care because he's not my player. I want the player, so I want him to act like this. But if he's told Newcastle twice in one season, I want to leave at the end of my year and I want to go to pastures new, then Newcastle have got to take that in consideration. They have to take that into consideration because he's their player. And by the look of it, Newcastle have ignored him. What it looks like is Newcastle have just ignored what ISAK was going to say and saying you're staying no matter what. Now, if you look at Newcastle's summer this year, Newcastle have acted terribly in the summer transfer market. They've not employed a sporting director. And they've had an awful time of it. At the same time, always knowing that their star man wanted to leave the football club. And the thing is, this is the other thing. Newcastle fans have a go at Liverpool for putting in a £110 million bid with 10 million add-ons. So that's a £120 million transfer. But at the end of the day, that's probably what Liverpool think that ISAK's worth. Only because your owner says that ISAK's worth 150 million quid, that doesn't mean that's what he goes for. Liverpool value him around 120 million pound. That's why they bid 110 and 10 million add-ons. A British record, the biggest transfer in British football history. Liverpool didn't do anything wrong here. Nothing. In fact, I actually think it's Newcastle who are the bad guys here. I actually think it's Newcastle, man. I think it's Newcastle. I think you got to look at your own owners. I really do. Big up the chat, man. It's like, no one had to look at Gyökeres when he was doing this, by the way. Gyökeres told Sporting Lisbon, I'm not going to train with you anymore till I move to Arsenal. I'm not going to train with you. I'm not going to play with you. I'm not going to go on pre-season friendlies or anything like that. No one cared. Everyone was like, oh, no, well done, Gyökeres. Get your move, my son. Get your move, my son. You go and get your move. Go and get your dreams and go play for Arsenal. You deserve it. You deserve it. Don't worry about Sporting. Yeah? But ISAK does it to Newcastle, and everyone's like, Liverpool are such arseholes. Liverpool are a bad bunch of people. What a terrible football club. But when Gyökeres does it, it's all right, man. It was all right. Gyökeres openly admits, I don't want to train. I don't want to train. Don't want to train at all. I don't fancy training. I don't want to go on pre-season train. I don't want to go on pre-season tours. Yeah. But Gyökeres is a good guy. But Alexander Isak's a bad guy, yeah? And Liverpool are the bad guys. But Arsenal are good guys because they got their man and made him. So, what's the difference, guys? Anyone in the chat, what's the difference between Gyökeres and ISAK? Like, literally, Gyökeres had a contract. ISAK has a contract. They're both doing similar things. Gyökeres told Sporting Lisbon, I'm never playing for you again. I won't turn up for training. I won't go on pre-season tour. I want to move to Arsenal. What's the difference, guys? Why was Gyökeres and Arsenal praised? Why ISAK and Liverpool being told they were disgusting? I was listening to Talk Sport earlier. Simon Jordan, Liverpool are disgusting for what they're doing. ISAK is a disgrace. I never heard Simon Jordan talk about Gyökeres like this. When did Gyökeres? Why didn't Simon Jordan on Talk Sport talk about Gyökeres like this? Do you know what I mean? It's mad. I don't remember the media going at Gyökeres. I don't remember Talk Sport going at Gyökeres. I don't remember anyone saying anything. They were just saying they praised him, going, "Go on, go and get your go and you go to your team, go to Arsenal, do the difference. Yeah, go and get what your dream. Yeah." Alexander Isak does the same thing. He wants his dream. He wants to go and play for Liverpool, a bigger football club. He was promised things for Newcastle for 12 months, and 12 months. For 12 months, Newcastle basically lied to him, so he had to do what he did. And they're all calling him a rat, a villain, scumbag. Simon Jordan on Talk Sports degrading him, calling him like pathetic and all that sort of stuff. You know, Liverpool are a disgrace. And like, yeah, exactly true. You go, girl. Do you know what I mean? Pathetic. Footballers do footballer things. Am I a hypocrite? Of course I'm a hypocrite. Because if that was my player, I'd want him out of my football club, but I want to buy that player. Do you know what I mean? We're all hypocrites. But all footballers are the same. If a bigger club comes in and wants that player and the player's head is turned, the player will want to leave. That's it. It's just the way football is now. I don't particularly like it, but player power is absolutely huge. Player power is massive. And when you've got players who feel like they're too big for the football club they're at right now, they want to leave, man. It's always happened. There's no such thing now as like Alexander Isak wasn't a Newcastle fan. Alexander Isak didn't grow up a Geordie. He didn't grow up wanting to play for Newcastle. Alexander Isak probably grew up wanting to play for the best teams in world football, and it saw his legacy and his future. Yeah. He wants to leave. Newcastle lied to him multiple times. Newcastle lied to him multiple times. If it is true, we've got to say if, yeah? But if these stories are true that David Ornstein said today, that he told them last summer and he told them back in May that he wants to leave the football club, then he wants to leave. So Newcastle have to have a look at themselves as well and go, did we do everything right by Alexander Isak? You know. And now Isak probably feels like he's being kept there and he doesn't want to be kept there. Again, no, I'm a hypocrite because if this was a Liverpool player, I'll be telling that player, you can't go anywhere. You got to sit on the bench and run out your contract. You know what I mean? Because I'm a hypocrite because I'm a football fan. We all are. Big up Nick in the chat, man. Hope you're doing well. Make sure you go and subscribe to Nick's channel. Where is he? There he is, man. Go and subscribe to Nick's channel, man. No player is bigger than the club unless that player is Alexander Isak and Newcastle. Big up, Nick. No, big up, man. Big up, man. Much love to you, man. Go and subscribe to Nick's channel, guys. Go and subscribe to Nick's channel. Players just want that. Isak will look at it as well, 120 grand a week. I can get more than that. I should be getting more than that. You know, you got the Wissa stuff as well. Wissa's got a contract at Brentford. Newcastle tried to get Wissa. Newcastle offered him £25 million. They went to Brentford with £25 million for Wissa, you know. Do you know how much of a disgrace that is? Newcastle fans have a go at us offering a British transfer record that's never been seen in British football history, yeah, for Alexander Isak. But they offer 25 million for a Premier League goal scorer in Wissa. And guess what? Wissa's head turned because Newcastle are a bigger football club than Brentford. So Wissa's head has turned. Wissa apparently, I don't know if he's played any pre-season. There was rumours that he didn't want to train anymore and he went on strike till he got his deal. He wants to leave Brentford now. I think that's come out that he wants to leave Brentford. So no one's saying anything about that though. Do you know why? Because it's not a massive transfer like this is ISAK transfer is. ISAK to Liverpool is world news in football. It's massive news in football because it's one of the best players in the world going to Liverpool Football Club for stupid amounts of money. Wissa to Newcastle is just a normal transfer in football terms, right? So it's not getting the same traction. But Newcastle offer 25 million. Shit money for a Premier League goal scorer, yeah? In 2025, when inflation is through the roof and transfer fees are higher than ever, they offer 25 million for a transfer for a striker that is probably better than some of the strikers they already bid for. So it's just mental at the moment. They're acting like ISAK's the only player who's done this. Every player does this. When they can go to a bigger club and see a bigger future with more money and dollar signs and more chances of being successful, they will want to leave to go to that football club, yeah? It's as simple as that. But for some reason, Liverpool and ISAK are the bad guys and no one else is, you know? No one else is, you know? Gyökeres got praised. Gyökeres got praised to go into Arsenal and not training and not going on pre-season tour with Sporting Lisbon. He got praised. ISAK's getting beaten up over it, basically. And Liverpool are apparently demons. It's pathetic, man. It's really crazy. I think today, Lo, I think today, Liverpool seeing them comments today by David Ornstein and hearing all these comments today going out, I think Liverpool was smiling. I think Liverpool were looking at it going, right, you know, we can make this deal happen now, definitely. You know, and if this deal don't happen this summer and Liverpool have to buy him next summer, guess what? If ISAK don't play for you all year, Liverpool go get him for less than 100 million. So we get him even cheaper next summer. One, he'll only have 2 years left on his contract. And two, he's hardly played any football for a year because he don't want to play for you guys. So next summer, we'll get him even cheaper, probably less than 100 million. That's why Newcastle will have to do the job today. Not today, but this summer. Because there's no going back. He's told them, I don't want to play for you. Leave me alone. I'm done. Yeah, exactly. Liverpool just like this. Liverpool just like this. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Be up the Reds, man. ISAK's coming to Liverpool. Let's talk about a couple of other transfers, guys. Let's talk about a couple of other transfers, shall we? Because there is a lot of transfers to talk about. Guys, what are we doing for likes before we carry on? There's over 300 people in the chat right now. 340 people in the chat, man. There's 100 likes. Let's try and get that to 150 if we can, guys. We're on 101 likes right now. There's 347 people in the house. Let's get at least 150 likes, guys. So please close the live chat. Go underneath where that thumb is. Press the thumb. It's free to do. Leaves a like on the channel. Helps the channel grow. I'd appreciate it. And also, as you can see, guys, Match Bingo on your screen. Hit that QR code. And that'll take you to Match Bingo, the sponsors of my channel. Guys, this is only a 1 month deal at this moment in time, but if you guys sign up, I've got the chance to carry this on for the whole season. And it'll support the channel, it pays for the channel, it's making money for the channel. So I would appreciate if you would just click on the QR code on the screen and check it out, guys. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, Eddie Howe is fuming, apparently. Before we just move on to the defenders, I think Eddie Howe's had enough. Eddie Howe will feel like he's made Alexander ISAK the player he is today, and he'll probably feel a bit disrespected by Alexander ISAK, which I can understand. But I think if you ask Alexander ISAK right now, that I think Eddie Howe would sell Alexander ISAK tomorrow if he could. If it was up to Eddie Howe, I think Eddie Howe would sell Alexander ISAK tomorrow without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. But this transfer might go on the whole summer, guys. It might just be one of them that go on the whole summer. So we see how we go with it. We see how it runs. But it could be last week of the window. It could be next week. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. Eddie Howe's lost it, man. Yeah. I think Eddie Howe just wants the cash now. I think he just wants his act gone. I think Eddie Howe wants to move forward. He'll probably feel like just give him, like, if Isak's not going to play for me, what's the point of keeping him? If Isak's literally not going, this is the one thing Newcastle got to think of as well. If Alexander Isak literally goes on strike, yeah. If Alexander Isak literally goes on strike and doesn't play for Newcastle, you might as well just sell him. Even if you ain't got a striker, it's coming down to that. If he tells Newcastle and Eddie Howe, look, I'm not playing for you, and Eddie Howe looks at it and goes, I'm not going to pick you. Like, why would Eddie Howe pick Alexander Isak right now? He don't want to play for him. So Eddie Howe's not going to pick him at the beginning of the season. So on Saturday when Newcastle play, they're going to be like, he's going to just not play Alexander Isak anyway. So Newcastle might as well sell him because your manager's not going to play him. So, yeah, I think I do feel a bit for Eddie Howe. I don't think he's done anything wrong. He just wants players to move on, man. He just wants players to move on. Big up, man. PIF are not selling his that for less than 140 million. What are Liverpool waiting for? A last minute bargain? That will not happen with PIF. You say that, David, but PIF will allow their other teams to sell really cheaply. So, again, PIF have fucked over Newcastle, in my opinion. They own, other clubs in Saudi. They put equity into Chelsea through Clear Lake. Other teams are getting richer, but Newcastle getting poorer. And to be fair, Liverpool offered 120 million. If Liverpool offer 130 million, they buy him. They buy him. Big up everyone in the house, man. Hope you're all doing good, man. Hope you're all doing good. Again, it's not like Liverpool offered Isak a shit deal. They offered him 110 million upfront guaranteed, 10 million add-ons to make it 120 million, a British record. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. But big up, David. Much love to you, man. So, defenders. Yeah, man. Yeah, we have PIF money as well. Do you see what I mean? We got PIF money as well because they invested into the Live Golf Tour, didn't they? That FSG have got a stake in as well. So we're using PIF money as well. It makes it even worse. Makes it even worse if you're a Newcastle fan. So the money we're using that could buy Alexander Isak could be funded by PIF. There you go. Because guess what? They bought Darwin Núñez. That money's going to help fund the Isak buy. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Fucking madness. Absolute madness. Oh, oh dear. Right, defenders, guys. This is the big one now. Centre backs. Big up. Scratch is sending me a little bit of details here from Fabrizio Romano. So this is new. Liverpool are seriously considering Giovanni Leoni. They are generally in for him. They have gathered information on him and off the pitch. They are having serious internal discussions about him. Parma want 40 million euros. They want to keep him, but if Liverpool come in, it will obviously be impossible for them to hold on to him. When Liverpool come into the picture, everything changes. At the moment, that's what I love that line. Can I just say that again? That line is beautiful, by the way, by Fabrizio. When Liverpool come into the picture, everything changes. That might be my favourite line of the summer, man. That might be my favourite line of the summer. Big up Jen gifting that 5 memberships, legend level. Big up, Jen. What a legend you are. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate the love supporting the channel. Big up the guys that got their memberships. Benucci Leoni, you know. That's what we're going to call him if we buy him, yeah? That's what we're going to call him. But that line is beautiful. When Liverpool come into the picture, everything changes. At the moment, Liverpool aren't yet at the advanced stage with the deal, but I can guarantee you they are thinking about it very seriously and very I don't know what that word is. They've studied the player in every single detail, and all the reports have been extremely positive. That's why I think Liverpool Leoni is more than just an idea. It's something we must definitely keep an eye on in the last 20 days of the transfer window. Now, do I know a lot about Giovanni Leoni? No. Me and Scraps have spoke offline about this. We've only seen highlight stuff of him. The highlight stuff of him, though, he does look like a player. He looks like a good footballer. I can't say I highly rate him because, again, I've not seen enough of him. But for a 19-year-old, he's actually quite big. He's quite physical. I saw him the other day, a thing of him, a highlight of him, absolutely beating the shit out of Lukaku. Again, that's impressive because Lukaku's a lump. And he was just out muscling Lukaku. He's a big guy. He looks like he's not slow either. He looks quite quick. The Italian Canate, yeah. You know, and if he's good, bring him in, man. I think he's only like 6'4" or something like that, 18, 19. He's a massive, he's a unit. He looks quick and he looks strong, good in the air. For 40 million euros, what's that, about 32 million quid? I think it's a no-brainer for Liverpool, really. I honestly think this is a no-brainer. I think Liverpool should. He's 18, he's only 18, you see. I think this is a no-brainer. I think this could be a guy that could be a star, man. If Liverpool are looking at him like that, this heavily, this could be a player. It could be an absolute star that Liverpool might think could be the next big centre-back out from Italy. And getting him in young as well. I think sometimes with Italian defenders, if you buy him in when they're a bit older, they get too used to life. In Italy, buying him when he's 18, he gets him plenty of time getting used to English life, Premier League football, where he could be an absolute beast for us. This makes sense to me. Just go and do it. 6'5", man. It's a unit. Yeah, exactly. He actually beasted up Lukaku, man. It was madness. Look, go for him, Liverpool. If you think you can get him, go for him. As Russell said, in 3 years, he'd be homegrown. You know, go and get him, Liverpool. If you think he's the guy, take him, go and get him, in my opinion. The other one, which I agree with Double A with, I think we're after Marc Guehi as well. I got his feeling we're going to buy 2 centre-backs this summer. I think maybe the manager's just a bit worried about defensively with Liverpool at this moment in time. So I think he's probably thinking 2 centre-backs in this summer with Virgil and Canate and Endo as your 5th choice and Joe Gomez. So you got 6 defenders there then, 6 centre-backs. Plus, if you are thinking about, and I know the manager is, it looks like the manager is thinking about playing Frimpong as a right winger sometime this season, especially when Salah's at AFCON, then having extra centre-backs there will be handy if you need to play another person at right back. So Joe Gomez is fit at the time. He can play over at right back, knowing that you've got Guehi, Leoni, Canate and Virgil. I think that helps massively. And then you ain't got to worry about the right back situation when Frimpong's playing right wing. So that gives us more depth there and quality as well. Remember what I said yesterday, guys. Quality over quantity every time of the week. And if Guehi and Leoni come in, for me, that's probably quality. With Virgil and Canate, Gomez there as well. If you're thinking about playing Frimpong at right wing sometimes, You've got a spare defender that can go over to play that right back area as well, especially in Joe Gomez, without having to worry about injury because you've got two other centre backs there. I think that's the way to go for Liverpool, and you know, I'm hoping Liverpool go for that. I really am. I'm hoping they're looking at it, thinking, yeah, let's get the two in, man. Big up Solo in the chat, man. That's what I feel like he will probably go and do. Big up Fairs. It's realistic predictions on the signs we're going to make from here till the end of the window, Jamie. I think we will get ISAK, Leoni, and Marc Guehi. See, the Marc Guehi thing's interesting because apparently they're saying about that if the reason Palace wants so much money for Marc Guehi, because if they make money on him, they make like 20 million profit, and that keeps them PSR. PSR stays out of their hair for a while. No, they're PSR competent with 20 million profit. A lot of people think that Chelsea have got a sign-on clause for Guehi. Apparently, they haven't. There's no sign-on clause apparently for Marc Guehi at Chelsea. Chelsea just sold him without any selling clause. So it's not the fact that Palace are looking to make as much money as they can, so they've got to give Chelsea 20% of the sell. Apparently, there's no sell-on clause on him. The whole thing is that they want to get as much out of him because it would make them 20 million compliant with PSR, I believe. That's what I read today. And that's why they're trying to keep Eze's transfer the same as well. You know, they want Eze's transfer. So Eze's release clause ends on the 15th of August. But after his release clause is finished, Palace want the same amount of money that his release clause was because, again, it'll keep him above PSR competence. So that's why I still think Marc Guehi leaves this summer, guys. He won't leave for free. I think Palace actually need to sell Marc Guehi to make sure they're competent with PSR as well. So, yeah, it's interesting one on Marc Guehi. But I think happens as well. I think ISAK to Liverpool has a very good chance to happen. ISAK has rejected 3 or 4 new contract proposals to Newcastle. He only wants Liverpool, says Fabrizio Romano at Give Me Sport. That's mad. He's knocked down 3 to 4 contract renewals. The man don't want to be there, man. That would that's just it's so, 3 or 4 contract renewals and he's turned down every one. Yeah, you just got to make sure you get the best money you can for the player, man. Alexander Isak has already rejected 3 to 4 new contract proposals from Newcastle. He only wants Liverpool. This man wants to go, man. This man, Isak just wants to leave. Isak just wants to go, man. He's not interested in staying at Newcastle. He's not looking at staying at Newcastle, man. Yeah, apparently Isak has moved out of his rented accommodation. I don't know what, like, apparently that's a rumour as well. So the left wing. So before I get to the left wing situation, the centre back positions are, yes, they're important at this moment in time, and I think we will get at least one centre back in. Do I think we get? Look, going back on it, someone asked me earlier, who do I think will actually come in? I do think Liverpool will get a centre back. I want both of Leoni and Guehi. If Liverpool can get Leoni and Guehi for both around the £60 million mark together, I think Liverpool do it. If Marc Guehi's going to cost more than Liverpool are, appreciating, but they feel like they need him, I don't think they go for Leoni. If they can get Marc Guehi for around 30 million quid, if Liverpool can get Marc Guehi for 30 million quid, and they can get Leoni for around 30 million quid, 32 million quid, then I think Liverpool do both of them. £60 million on 2 new centre backs, Marc Guehi, value-wise, would probably be about 50 to 60 million on his own normally. So I think Liverpool would see that as good business. I think they'd see that as good business. Jamie, you joining the Don, Tom and Coppish in a bit? No, not today, mate. Well, I haven't got a text message or anything. If I get a message, I might do, but I haven't been asked today. ISAK is in Slot's basement with Chiesa, man. Yeah, I think Liverpool want Guehi. I think Liverpool are just playing a game of Crystal Palace right now where they're going to just leave it as late in the summer as they can go, because then they can get the best deal for Liverpool. And they're sort of backing Palace into a corner and going, look, you're going to have to sell him now, otherwise you're losing him for free next summer. And we know you're not PSR competent, so if we buy him now, he's, you're going to be more PSR competent if we give you the money for him now. So I see that being the case. But yeah, I see that as good business. If Liverpool can get Guehi for 30 million, get Leoni for 32 million, I see that as a great business. And I think Liverpool will look at that as great business. £60 million for two very good centre backs, and one very good centre back right now, Marc Guehi, and one maybe for the future in Leoni. I think that's great business, man. I'm hoping we get both of them. I really am. If we get both of them with ISAK, with the rest of our transfers, we're sitting pretty, man. We're sitting pretty. No, we have to win the title with that business done. So, yeah, I'm happy with that, man. Happy with that. Left wing situation, though, might be a bit of an issue, and I agree with people here, because Cody Gakpo frustrates a lot of people. Man. Do you know what's weird about Cody Gakpo? It wouldn't shock me if he scored 2 goals against Bournemouth on Friday night. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't shock me at all on Friday night if he goes and scores 2 goals against Bournemouth. Wouldn't shock me. He's that weird kind of player, man. He doesn't go on the outside. He's not really a winger. I wouldn't actually class Cody Gakpo as a traditional winger. What he likes to do is cut inside. He cuts inside. He likes to get a shot off across it to the far post. He doesn't really go on the outside and beat his man. I don't know, and I don't think Liverpool think. If you ask, I think Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes look at Cody Gakpo and don't see him as a number one left winger for Liverpool, but they see him as an important player for Liverpool, but maybe not an out-and-out. Liverpool should have a better left winger. And the problem is with Rio as well. Before I read that, big up Josh with a super chat, man. Much love to you. No wonder players don't want to go to Newcastle. They want to keep a toxic relationship going. Big up Josh with a super. Much love to you, my friend. Thank you for that. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Yeah, he's very hit and miss, is Cody. And here's my issue with things. Does Arne Slot really trust Rio this season? Does Arne Slot really trust Rio this season to come in and play any games of football as a left winger? If not, Liverpool need to go and buy a left winger, because I know a lot of journalists keep saying they don't want to buy a left winger to stop the pathway for Rio playing in the future. The problem is, if the manager doesn't trust Rio enough to play enough games this season, we're playing with only one winger in Cody Gakpo. So I would literally look at, and if Rio, Josh says if Slot doesn't think Rio's ready, then we've only got one left winger, and we need a left winger. So look, there's 2 positions. If we get our 2 centre backs, in ISAK, and that's our summer done, I would feel we're short a DM and a defensive midfielder backup for Gravenberch and a left winger. I think we'd be 2 positions short, because we've got right back sorted, got left back sorted. We'd have 5 centre backs. You could argue about Salah replacement and Salah not playing, but I think Frimpong is back up for Salah in the right wing position. And let's face it, Salah doesn't run anymore, so how tired does he actually go get? But the left wing position and a backup DM for Gravenberch, I think Liverpool are going to be short on, but I think they can get away with it maybe. It's interesting. Barcola looks like, big up Spider, Barcola looks like he's going to stay at PSG now with all that rumours circulating. He looks like he's going to stay at PSG for now. It's an interesting one, ain't it? I'm not sure, guys. I am not sure. Leoni is the grab back up, surely. Again, though, right? This is what I'm saying. I agree with Trey, yeah? We had one substitution left to play against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield, and it was the youngsters who never came on. So I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again. If Trey, Leoni, and Rio are going to be part of our first team squad this season, then surely they have to play games of football, and the manager has to trust them. For me, and I keep saying this, that Community Shield game, I believe Arne Slot looked at that game and took that as a competitive fixture and not a pre-season game. Because when he made substitutes, it was only the experienced players that came on. It weren't a Rio, it weren't a Trey. They never came on. It's just experienced players. And he had one substitution left and he never used it. Gakpo played the whole game. So it's a weird one for me right now because they're in the squad. They're part of the first team squad. They first team training and everything. But does Arne Slot completely trust them? Does Arne Slot completely trust them? Jamie, we ain't getting a winger slot. We'll use Ekatike left wing, rotate with Grab. Yeah, that could happen. You know, that could definitely happen. Clark, big up, man. Gakpo and Salah are left on for pins. Yeah, they could. You could argue that, but you could still bring Rio on before it, maybe. He would have to be protecting them, not making part of the first, not throwing them in the deep end. I hear that as well. The problem is here's the problem. When you make two players part of your first team squad and they're on the bench, you know, if you're not going to play them, should you really put them on the bench? I'm not sure. Like, Chiesa didn't get on either. It's just weird. I'm not sure. Like, Scratch might be right. I might be looking too much into it. But, yeah, let's see how the season goes. And let's see if he throws them in at any time during the season. I think if we're winning that game comfortably, he might have brought them on and gave them a little run out. But we'll see in the future, man. We will see. We will see. So, guys, I am on my man's channel at 2:00. Everyone knows Sean in the chat, yeah? So Sean's got his own channel, the Shankly Boot Room, as you can see there. For some, I don't know if Sean knows this. Sean, if you're watching, man, you're listening. You haven't got your redirects on, so I can't actually redirect to you. So Sean hasn't got his redirects on, but that's Sean's channel there, guys. What I do, I'll put it big screen. This is Sean's channel here. I will be live on his channel at 2:00, guys, in about half an hour's time. I'll be on his channel in about 30 minutes' time, chatting everything Liverpool. So please, guys, go over to Sean's channel. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Do me a favour, guys. Go over there. The link is in the live chat right now. There's the link. Go over there. Subscribe. Comment now on the live comments. And, yeah. I'm going to be over there at 2:00, but he hasn't got his redirects on. But I want you guys all to go over and check him out. Show him some love. Subscribe to his channel. The link is in the live chat. What I'll do... I will pin it. So the link is pinned at the top of the live chat, guys, yeah? Link is pinned at the live chat. So go over there and raid him, man. Go and hit the like button. Go and subscribe to his channel. He's a Liverpool supporter. Go and check him out at 2 o'clock. I'll be live with him at 2 p.m, guys. He just hasn't got his redirect on, so I can't send you all over. But the link is in the live chat. Go and show him some love, guys, yeah? Go and show him some love. The Shankly boot room. There it is right there. Link in the live chat pinned at the top. I'm out of here now, guys. I'm going to have a quick cup of tea. And then I'm going to be on his channel at 2 o'clock. Go and subscribe to him. Link is in the live chat pinned at the top. Go and check him out. Meet me there at 2 p.m, guys. I'd appreciate it. See you in a half hour on Sean's